Okay, I'm Rick Villela, and I'm 58. And one issue that I have is whenever I'm running, usually around mile 4, mile 5, my calf get really hard, and my feet goes numb after that. Anything I can do to help with that?
Hey Rick, sorry to hear about the calves, but I think I have a remedy for you to try. First, at home, grab a partner and have them massage your calves really well. We want to do this frequently throughout the week. It's going to be probably very tender. Have them work on those tender areas, again, frequently. And then after doing the massage, stretch the calves, kind of a light stretch for a longer period of time to really help break up this adhesion that's going on. And I think commonly this can happen when our cadence while running becomes a little bit too low. Our cadence is how often our feet strike and hit the ground. And this can be common to get too low when we're running a lot of slower, longer miles on trails or just in general. And what goes on is that when we have a lower cadence, we're spending too much time on one leg, and therefore we're getting excessive knee flexion and ankle flexion that's putting a lot of stress on the calves. And maybe why you're starting to feel it, that 3-4 miles in, where things really start to get bound up. So, secondly, while you're out running, just have the awareness of running with a little bit quicker feet and see how that helps, especially on hills. When you're going up, and again, the hills will really make this mistake even more exaggerated. So just think having the awareness of running with just a little bit quicker cadence. And then we can also layer on some strength. And these are what I call leg stiffeners, where you're simply just hopping from one foot to the same foot 6 or 7, 8 times, where we're sticking the landing and pausing and then hopping forward again, landing on that same foot. Do several rounds of these again frequently throughout the week, and this will help create better tendon and leg stiffness that will again help your strength to help you have better cadence while you're out running and eliminate the problem of having that stress to the calves. So try that out. I hope it helps, and good luck to you running. Run strong.
Hey, I'm Mary Grace, and I've been running for a couple years, but I'm looking to do an ultra, and I'm wondering what you would recommend for a person who's trying to jump into the ultra pool and run more than a marathon distance.
Hey Mary Grace, great to hear you're bumping up to the ultra scene. So it's going to be fun, and I think since you do have marathon experience, here's what I would suggest. I would suggest jumping into a couple 50Ks. Your training really does not have to change based on what you've done for marathon. Just jump in, start to get experience with the aid stations in that distance on trail. Again, nothing really has to change. I think marathon training is the best type of training for a lot of ultras that's missed on a lot of people. So now jump into the 50Ks, nothing really has to change. You're ready for a 50K. And use the 50Ks as training to then bump up to maybe a 50 mile or a 100K. The only thing then that really does change relative to your marathon training is that long run, where maybe now you're going to a back-to-back long day on the weekend rather than maybe one long 20 miler for your marathon. You're doing back-to-back long runs. That's really maybe what's going to significantly change. But with that, what's great about the 50Ks, you're already ready for the 50K. So use the occasional 50K as a great way to do a long training run. And again, getting used to executing nutrition now a little bit more. That's going to be a challenge that's different than a marathon. Okay? So use these 50Ks because you're ready as a way to train, and then supplement around the races with more longer back-to-back Saturday, Sunday long runs. All right, so go for it. Don't think you have to do a whole lot more, okay? You're ready. Have fun with it. Can't wait to hear how it goes, and I hope this helps.
Hey everyone, I'm Peyton, and my question is, how do you balance having any life and being as good of an athlete as you can be?
Hey Peyton, I love this question, and I'm going to tell it through a quick story. I used to coach an athlete. She was a mother of 5, and she found a way to compete internationally at the ultra distance. So there's always a way to find this balance. And I think what's key is to understand your why, or know very, very specifically what your goal is that you want to accomplish. Because once you have this why, once you have this big goal, that's going to work backwards and give you that motivation every day to maybe having to get up a little bit earlier than you want to, or putting some time late after work, after family stuff, jumping on the treadmill. You've got to find all these ways to balance it out that maybe isn't always the most desirable and most fun. But again, having that why, having that bigger purpose that maybe goes beyond just you of why you do this is really going to help you find that balance and give you that discipline and give you that consistency that ultimately is going to be what that balance is for you to become the best athlete you can be. Okay? There's always a way to squeeze a little bit more in, and finding that balance, I think it really does start with really understanding what you're going after, and then share it with people. Pull them into it, engage with them, have them help support you. I think having a support system goes such a long way with finding that balance. Communicate with the family. Get creative with your runs. If you're going out to dinner with the family or going to a movie, doing something with the family, run there, meet them there, run home. You know, there's always a way to get creative to find the balance that, again, matches how you want to be within the family, your friends, whatever that outside of running is, and that balance with who you want to be as an athlete. Okay? So I hope that helps. Go for it and think big, man. You got it. See ya.